It's May 26, 2022. I'm watching the Channel 4 New York news from yesterday when Fleet Week began. I taped it because Channel 4 had like the best coverage. Channel 7 didn't really mention it. They had some whatever. So but I noticed Channel 4, for some reason, had really great coverage of it. And so I'm watching it. They put on this Petty Officer Third Class John Hightower. He's part of the U.S. Coast Guard. He says, and he's in charge of the Intrepid Museum. They said that he says that they haven't been back for Fleet Week for 3 years. But what's interesting is watching the preceding broadcast, the reporter kept saying 2 years. So I don't know if they fed the reporter the wrong information and now they're just repeating it. But then you get to the person in charge of the Air and Space Museum, or the Intrepid whatever, and he's saying it's 3 years.
Fleet Week is back after COVID. It's extremely exciting. Fleet Week is always an exciting time for us here at the Intrepid Museum, but for all New Yorkers. It's a citywide event. So yes, it's the first time back in 3 years.
And what's interesting is it says sea, air, and space. I get confused at space. I was there. I didn't see space anything. I saw air and I saw floating vessels referenced. I did not see anything space referenced. Perhaps I went to the wrong part of the museum, but again, there's nobody to like walk you through, or at least they weren't there, because they said sometimes they have yellow jackets, which are like the real people that are involved, but they weren't there that day that we went.
So we're looking forward to it. It's going to be great.
Going to be great. It's great right now because it's happening right now. We want to give you this view now, darling. So this is the parade of ships as it continues past the baton. There are ships there from the Royal Navy, from the Coast Guard, and from the U.S. Navy as well, all coming into New York Harbor. You see them coming under the Verrazano now. So this is quite the sight if you're driving on the Belt Parkway right now, something you don't normally see. They'll be making their way to New York Harbor. And then remember, darling, this starts off Fleet Week, meaning that you can come and see these ships, Staten Island and on the west side of New York, through the 30th. So really, just an incredible morning, and we want to thank the Coast Guard for giving us this incredible view that we've had today.
Michael, that is a fantastic view you have there, and you've been in good hands all morning, haven't you?
We really have been. It's been super great. And remember, they're on duty for search and rescue. So if a call comes, they said, we've got to go. But so far, everything's been really smooth.
All right. We hope for smooth sailing for sure the rest of the morning. Michael, thank you so much. See you soon. And ahead on the Today Show, Jenna Bush Hager celebrates Fleet Week's return to New York, live from the USS Baton. Don't miss this special exclusive, all starting at 7 a.m.
And this is the beginning of it.
Here's our shot from Chopper 4. We appreciate them this morning. The parade of ships is officially underway, kicking off Fleet Week. Our own Michael Gargiulo is sailing alongside them. Michael, how's it going?
Oh my God, it's so incredible to see this. I have to tell you, Darlene, we are courtesy of the Coast Guard on a responsible medium 45-foot boat, but there is the flagship of the parade of ships. This is the USS Baton, the Big Five, they call it, and you can see it leading the parade of ships into New York Harbor. This is an incredible ship, 42,000 tons, and it's an amphibious assault ship. You can see on board there, if we take a view also from Chopper 4 as well, you'll see those, they look like helicopters. It's actually a helicopter and a plane together called an Osprey on board. As you see this courtesy of Chopper 4, this incredible ship also has helicopters swimming craft that are in the vessel that basically swim out of the stern. And it is leading the parade of ships. We have ships from the NY boats.
Is that partly? I've heard of pleading the fifth, but nobody ever has any idea what that really means. Like, if you go up and you survey people, they're like, what does pleading the fifth mean? So, is that what it has to do with? I mean, I'm just curious, because I really don't interact with humans that actually know things.
Boats from the NYPD. We have tugboats, ships from the Coast Guard. We have the Royal Navy with us as well, all coming in as the parade of ships makes a return to New York after 2 years live look here at the USS Bataan, of course named after that epic battle, World War II in early 1942. Chief Petty Officer.
Another thing, they don't teach battle stuff here. Not local, not foreign. No idea what's been going on. They've left this area completely in the dark.
Petty Officer Third Class John Hightower with us. Boat rocking a little bit there, John. I want to ask you, as a sailor, what is it like to see this incredible parade of ships here in New York Harbor?
Oh, it's always such a sight to see all the sea services represented here. They've got a great bunch of ships with a great bunch of crews, so we're really proud to be here and help represent the sea services.
You're here with the Coast Guard, and as we said, we have the NYPD out, we have tugboats out, even the Royal Navy as well, Darlene. And the great part about this is you can see this from both New York and New Jersey, and then you'll be able to visit some of these ships in Staten Island and here on the west side of Manhattan as well, as we look at this beautiful view of the parade of ships coming into New York Harbor for the first time since 2019. Great to welcome them back, Darlene.
Yes, and it's so exciting that New York will be able to welcome them back. And Michael, you said earlier that they really do appreciate that hospitality and the welcome they get when they get here.
Absolutely. I mean, it's great. It's a real pick-me-up for the sailors, the Coast Guardsmen, and the Marines as well on board these ships to see the reaction and the response they get from people in the New York City area. So they're really welcome to come back. Just before we go, Darlene, take a look out there. Talk about discipline. Those are sailors and Marines on the Bataan standing at attention, and they're going to do that, Darlene, until the ship docks on the west side of Manhattan. That's quite the sight.
Wow, that's incredibly good. That's an incredible visual there. Thanks so much. All right, Michael, you stay safe.
Okay,
stay in that
soon.
boat. All right, he's got a life jacket on, guys, so don't worry. He's going to be okay. He's in good hands with the Coast Guard. Just ahead on the Today Show, Jenna Bush Hager celebrates Fleet Week's return to New York live from the USS Bataan. That ship you just saw there. Don't miss this very special exclusive, all starting at 7 a.m.
It's star 1978, star 8378, Nicole, Cattaruzza. It's Earth, Solar System, Milky Way, Universe, Galaxy is broken, and it's Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361.